Slide it in and hold the throttle to keep the car drifting and the tyres smoking. Hello and welcome to Speed Week. Today it's off to Wakefield Park for the inaugural Autobarn Drift Battle. 16 of the nation's best drift daredevils have assembled for a groundbreaking competition to decide who is the king, or as the case may be, the queen of slide. Also today, there's more of our international open wheel competition with some action-packed British F3 from Knock Hill. First up though, let's head to Wakefield.
Oversteer in motorsport is a dirty word, but in the sport of drifting, it's the only way to go. Hello and welcome to Wakefield Park for the Autobarn Drift Battle, a fantastic exhibition with the top 16 guys from around the country here to go sideways, and the crowd will absolutely love it. Started off in Japan in the early 90s, it's going great guns in the States, and it's really kicking off here in Australia. Evan Jones from Autobarn, drifting is the only way to go. It's just growing all the time.
Yeah, and the crowd really love it. You always see them get off their seats and come to the side of the track and have a look. It's very, very exciting.
Now, there's no stopwatch here, so how do we judge it, and what are we likely to see? What is drifting?
Three basic criteria we're looking for. It is actually a race, so we actually have a cat and mouse sort of situation. The front car is trying to get away, the car behind it is trying to catch them, but of course they've got to be drifting and they're trying to get up close as possible to each other. The second part, we're looking at racing line and making sure that the drift angle is quite wide, and of course racecraft and the overall style of the drift is also judged.
Onto the Toyo Tyres grid right now. We take a look at your top 16 here today. Spencer against Newton, Sullivan faces Appleton, Sampson v Young, Truella against Phillips. This is the Autobarn Drift Battle. Vahumis versus Calero, Bolger versus Mioch, Brennan versus McKinnon, and Yates against Vahumis. So that's your Toyo Tyres top 16, and Jeff Bolus joins me in commentary. Jeff, what a great day for an excellent battle of drifting.
Sure is, Wade, and they won't actually start drifting until they get to the orange witches hats at the start of the Toyo Tyres turn one. This is all preliminary at the moment, and here we go.
Yes, into the first part of the battle here. Michael Spencer, 19 years of age from Canberra, up against 21-year-old Adam Newton from Victoria. What are judges looking for today, Jeff?
Judges are looking for line, they're looking for speed, and they're looking for angle, all of which Spencer has hit bucket loads on this one, and the judges have judged 6-4 in favour of Spencer.
So style, very important. The way you have the car hung right out, plenty of smoke, tyres lit, all that sort of stuff.
All that kind of stuff, flashing in the headlights, etc.
So judges, as you said, scoring 6-4 in favour of Spencer in run one. Run two now. What is Newton going to do about this?
Newton needs a knockout blow here. Newton needs to really be all over the back of Spencer, which he is. Coming into the Autobarn S's now, he's looking for a lot of angle, and he's just not managing to get it.
I was going to say the car very straight through the corners, not a whole lot of angle. Spencer has got a whole lot of style going here, Jeff.
Fantastic stuff from the young fella from the ACT. He's done very well there.
Great looking car here too. Excellent crowd here today as well. The Autobarn Drift Battle, and to see Spencer in the 1-veer taking the victory.
Yes, a great performance there from the young fella from the ACT. Now we've got the first of our WA competitors.
Michael Sullivan from Perth up against Darren Appleton. Now Darren is 34 years of age. He's ancient in drifting
Certainly
circles.
is, and look at that. Unbelievable. The Mike Sullivan from the WA there has unfortunately spun it out and left Afro Appleton to go through the course. Basically, he's conceded the drift battle Afro Appleton goes through unopposed there.
Oh, but have a look at it. He's not going to conserve the car by any means. Some good
Absolutely
style
not. No, Darren Appleton is one of the leading lights of the Australian drift scene.
there. How often do you see a competitor spear off the racetrack like that?
Quite regularly, particularly in a drift battle. Here we go now with run 2. Sullivan needs to absolutely pull it all out of the hat. And he's done a very, very good job, but Appleton basically just needs to complete the course to win here. Manages to do that and show a little bit of style, but great effort from Sullivan, and that's what we've come to expect from him in all the national competitions so far this year.
This would have been a great battle had the West Aussie not gone off the circuit, because Sullivan showed some good form there. In the end, though, Appleton wins the confrontation. Sampson up against Young now.
Sure does. Josh Young, the Queenslander in the what can only be referred to as the pink Hachiroku. Josh Young, actually, when I first saw that car, there were no two panels the same colour on it. He's done very well. Matt Sideburn Sampson from the Full Lock team. Look at the angle from these two guys. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Oh, extremely close there. Obviously, no penalties for going off the circuit, as long as you keep the thing sideways, Jeff.
No penalties at all, provided you keep the thing sideways. That was a really, really good battle there. Fantastic stuff. And judges scored that one just to the narrowest of margins by Josh Young.
Well, the guys, obviously some colourful personalities. We've heard about Afro already and Sideburns. There's some colourful dudes behind the wheel.
Absolutely right there. Matt Sampson, one of the leading lights in drifting from Victoria. The full lot car with over 200 kilowatts, and look at that fantastic job.
Through the Autobarn S's, both guys got it really hung out, really pushing the judges here. This will be a very tight battle, one would think. Look at that, great shots here at Goulburn. Autobarn drift battle stuff, and in the end, Young just over Sampson.
Absolutely microscopic, but fantastic work there from the Queenslander.
Truella up against Phillips. This will be a good battle as well.
Yes, Truella, the wild man there from WA, and Phillips from South Australia. This is going to be a truly national battle.
Adam Zafiro with 260 kilowatts at the rear wheels, whereas the Skyline, 320 kilowatts, so no one's lacking horsepower.
No, absolutely not. And look how sideways these two competitors are getting.
Phillips looking extremely good here. In fact, there's some trouble for the West Aussie. Truella, you would think Phillips is going to nail this one. Look at him here into the Toyo turn. This boy's really got it cranking.
Absolutely right. The run's basically been conceded by the Zafiro there of Truella, unfortunately.
Look, you guys using a little bit of handbrake to get into the corners by the looks of things,
yes,
Jeff?
Yes, some of them are. Some of them are just using Scandinavian flick, or what's referred to in Japan as a feint. And now Phillips goes through on his own because the first run was conceded. And look at this with the pressure off.
Oh, good.
Check out how sideways that is.
That's what you call getting big points for the judges. I would think they're going to be happy with that.
Yes, judges on their feet and dipping their hats.
Through the Autobarn S's. Good job. And Phillips absolutely nails the West Aussie Truella, who's wondering why he crossed the nullarbor right now. And that's why. Look at this style.
Absolutely right. And even more points for the Japanese number plate on the back of the Skyline there too.
Should explain some of the terms you were saying about Munchie earlier on. What does that mean?
Yes, that's what you might call a snake drift going left to right. And now we've actually got our first female competitor.
The Drift Cats. Calero. That's going to be an interesting battle. The only female in the field this weekend.
Absolutely right. Coming up against one of the leading lights of drifting in this country, James Verhumis.
So good luck, Catherine.
Indeed. And she's going to need every bit of it. Look how sideways he's getting. Verhumis with the big smoke and the big sideways.
This is good stuff here from Wakefield Park Raceway. The Autobarn drift battle through the Toyo turn. They move. Geez, everybody so sideways. This is racking up big points for Angle, I would think.
Absolutely right. Huge points for Angle there. Drift Cat has done fantastically well to be so close. She's just missed out in that first run, but very, very close to one of the top guys.
Verhumis 5.3 to 4.7 for the Drift Cat. Catherine Calero, a bit of trouble there.
Yeah, just a little bit of trouble there, but Verhumis is so consistent.
Look at the horsepower. Verhumis's car makes 270 kilowatts at the rear wheels, whereas Catherine's still almost 200 kilowatts. So that ProTech engine's still doing a good job.
Exactly right. When I first met Drift Cat and Verhumis there with a solid win there over Drift Cat, when I first met her, she was drifting a VKSS.
Robbie Bolger. Many people know about Robbie Bolger, this Kappa drift ute, the most powerful drift car in the country. 1,000 horsepower, that's amazing.
Absolutely right. But James Mioch leading the way there, putting the pressure on him. And he's going to have to do a lot to build up here.
Bolger from Queensland, very much an entertainer, almost a professional style entertainer. But Mioch, as you said, got his hands full at the moment.
Absolutely right. Mioch is making him work for this one. He's really, really underpowered compared to Robbie Bolger.
This is the closest drift battle we've seen so far. Through the Toyo turn they come. And Mioch
just getting his nose in front.
Yeah, 5.3 to a 4.7. So Bolger's got a lot of work to do.
And what's this?
Oh, he's really got the need for speed here, Bolger.
And it looks like James has conceded the battle. He's got a bit of a problem there.
Oh, that's a shame because this was going to go right down to the wire. Look at Bolger, though, smoking them all the way through the corners. Out of the Autobarn S as he comes. Bolger! He's got a real need for speed, this dude.
Check it out. Plenty of smoke, plenty of sideways. Judges would have really been happy with that. Just really unfortunate there for James.
Oh, Mioch should be dirty, mate. He almost had Bolger in the bag. There is the Kappa Ute, the most powerful drift vehicle in the country. 1,000 horsepower. That's insane. A 427 cubic inch motor. As we now take a look. Oh, look at this. I've got you, mate. I've got you. McKinnon versus Brennan.
Yes, the thinker, Steve Brennan there in the S15. Fantastic car. That car's a project only half completed, actually.
That could have been the same thing at any set of street lights anywhere in the country, that little look just then through the window. But meanwhile, we've got some excellent angle and style going on here.
Yes, indeed. Steve Brennan there. Fantastic effort. Great angle and great speed. Very, very consistent performance.